welcome to Seen and Heard. Normally, this is the podcast all about the Sight and Sound greatest films of all time list. But this week, we do something special. This is part of our annual tradition. In fact, I think we started doing this first in 2022 or 2023, something like that.
We weren't doing it? Probably 2022.
I don't think our first year we did it. But anyway, yeah, this is our greatest, or not greatest, this is our favorite films from 2025. So
yes,
Jackie and I have scrambled to catch up with as many 2025 movies as possible.
Should we talk about the ones we haven't seen yet?
Yeah, let's do that. And let's also preface this by saying that we are not paid critics. Unlike other critics, like, we have not seen everything. And I think throughout the year, at least, you do a pretty good job with keeping up with movies.
Yeah, I mean, I have AMC A-list.
I have AMC A-list too, but you find more time to... I feel like whenever I see you, you're like, oh, I saw this and that. I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, I need to see those.
And I'm bad. I know people who go to every single movie.
Yeah, that's like having a job is at that point. It's like keeping up with everything.
I know. I don't know how they do it. They go every single week to the movies, which is really nice. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, once a week is doable, but
not for me.
I don't find myself doing that.
No.
Yeah. I think especially too, like, we get screeners and then stuff's just streaming, and then you're like, well, shit, it's already here. I might as well watch it. But yeah, this is just in time for Oscar season. And I don't know about you, Jackie, but these episodes, like, are strangely the most intensive to prepare for, because normally we watch one movie and that's the episode, is we're talking about this one movie. And for this, like, I had to cram in so many fucking movies.
Really?
And at a certain point, you're like, you kind of get mad because you're like, I want to watch this old noir or something. And you're like, but I shouldn't. I should watch a 2025 movie.
I mean...
And then I'll watch one. I'm like, well, that wasn't very good.
That's hilarious. I didn't do too much prep for today. It's mostly just what I've seen the past year.
Right. So you didn't try to cram a bunch in at the 11th hour like me.
I crammed 2 in. How many did you cram in?
I mean, in the last couple of weeks, I've crammed many.
That's the only reason you've been watching them, is just to do this episode?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't want to see them?
Some of them I would be fine seeing in a year or 2 or 5 years, but I was like, well, I should watch them now.
Interesting.
You know?
Okay.
So there's like a little bit of anger going into this.
Why?
Because I felt, and just to talk broadly, I think 2025 was not a great year for movies. I don't know how you felt, but I'm not one of those people that thinks we're living in a bad time for movies, because I know that good stuff is being made. But every film I sort of saw from last year that was acclaimed, most of the time, I was like, that's the movie everyone's talking about?
Yeah, kind of. There's been worse, though. I think there's been worse. There's always been worse. I think I really love my top 3 this year. I love them. Like, undoubtedly. Mm-hmm. And everything else is kind of like, I really like it.
Yes.
You know?
I'm in the same boat. I think also like my top 3, I really love. And then everything else is like, yeah, it's pretty good.
So it's funny because we usually do what have you been watching, but let's do what haven't you been watching? Like, what didn't you see?
Yeah, the big ones. Okay, for me, I didn't see Train Dreams, which...
Me neither. I really, really wanted to see it, but I got signed out of my Netflix because I share it with my family and I couldn't get back in.
I've heard not great things about it.
Really? I've heard it's really beautiful.
Okay. I didn't see Die My Love, which I know you saw and didn't like.
Yeah.
Or you didn't love it.
I don't really.
I didn't see Cloud, the Kiyoshi Kurosawa film.
Didn't see that either.
I didn't see If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
I saw that.
I didn't see The Voice of Hind Rajab.
Oh my God, damn it! Yes, I really wanted to see that.
It's funny too, because like...
You can't see it anywhere.
Well, like working for Vidya, it's like we have it, and then it's just, but I'm working. But I see, the director was there and stuff, and they had a big event for it, and it's like playing, and I'm like, well, I'm working, so I can't see it. But no, I've heard great things. And then the last big one that I didn't see was Begon's Resurrection. And I've heard incredible things about that. And I tried. It's not playing couldn't pay to rent it because some of these movies to prep for this episode, I paid like $15 to rent because it's still in that window where like, you know, it's almost considered a theatrical rental at that point. So yeah, certain films, certain Park Chan-wook films, I paid $15 to rent.
I did too.
And guess what? Didn't like it.
I actually liked it. I did.
I thought it was, yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's on your list. What about you? What didn't you see this year?
The Secret Agent.
Oh, okay.
The ones that you just mentioned. Again, the voice of Hindra, Rajab, right?
Uh-huh.
And, the Jim Jarmusch movie, Father, Mother, Sister, Brother.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, right?
Uh-huh.
That I didn't see. Train Dreams?
Dreams, I think.
Yeah.
Plural dreams.
Those are my biggies that I've got to see.
Nice. Well, I'd say we did pretty well.
I think that's it. Wait, did you see Frankenstein?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
I did see it, yeah, because it's on Netflix, yeah.
What'd you think? Did we talk about it? Is it on your list?
I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Do you have any honorable mentions? Because we're going to count down top 10 to 1.
I think Begonia is an honorable mention for sure.
Same. It's on mine, too.
Yeah. Because I did really enjoy it, and I didn't really see where it was going, and it was wild and wacky and fun.
I thought it was much better than Kinds of Kindness.
Also, Mickey 17.
I didn't see it.
That is an honorable mention for me because I just thought it was a great, it was a great time. It's got a lot on its mind, but it's also silly, funny, good, adult going to the movie,
Adult going to the movies.
I said movie, not movies. So movie singular. Those are my honorable mentions.
Okay. Yeah, mine with you, Begonia is on mine. And then this just got knocked off at the last minute, but Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, the Jim Jarmusch movie.
I really want to see it.
Which is mostly great. It's a triptych, so it's 3 different stories.
Yeah. And is it intercutting or it's just 1, 2, 3?
It's 1, 2, 3. Cast is great, from Vicky Krieps to Cate Blanchett to Tom Waits. It's
Adam
a little
Driver?
Yeah, it's good. There's something about the later era Jarmusch movies that almost feel. I know some people hated this because he's getting older, Jim Jarmusch, and there's especially this motif he keeps cutting to of these kids skateboarding, and he like does it in slow motion that like. I can't imagine anyone watching with like a straight face, and I don't think it's supposed to be funny, but mostly very, very strong movie, very beautiful movie, and funny. So I really liked it. It was at my 10th spot, and it just got knocked off from something I saw last night. So, all right, well, we're just about to get into our top 10 here, but before we do that, just a quick word from our sponsors.
Are high-interest credit cards or personal loans weighing you down? Unlock gives homeowners a smarter option. With a home equity agreement, you can tap into your home's equity for cash today, and there are no monthly payments. Here's how it works. Unlock provides funds upfront and in exchange shares in a portion of your home's future value. That means you keep control with the flexibility to use your equity your way. Pay off bills, invest in home improvements, or set aside savings for peace of mind. For thousands of homeowners, Unlock has been the key to moving forward without the pressure of another payment. Put your equity to work for you. Visit unlock.com to learn more about a home equity agreement. That's unlock.com to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Not available in all states. Actor Portrayal. Home equity agreements are offered by Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc. In certain states, NMLS number 2657081. Visit www.consumeraccess.org for more info.
Should we start with our number 10?
Let's do it.
Why don't you go first?
The Materialists is my number 10.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Oh!
I forgot. See, you're better than me.
Song. The Materialists. I think it's the only movie that I saw twice because I saw it in theaters, and then recently I was with my mom. We were trying to think of something to watch, and it was on somewhere, and I said, "You know what? You're not gonna like the ending, but let's watch it." And I think she enjoyed it because it just, I grew up very strongly on those rom-coms, like those 2000s rom-coms were just like everything to me. And Celine Song is obviously a very serious filmmaker. So it's like, it's this interesting thing of it's a rom-com, but it's also like really smart, like really smart, and sad and truthful, and I mean until the end. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I like it.
I wanted to see it. Yeah,
I think you'd like it. It brings back an era of the New York rom-com, and it's just
beautiful. My number 10. So I'm fully ready. I didn't create this list to enrage people, but I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for my picks. And but honestly, and I'm not trying to be contrarian, when I made this list, this is what my heart said. Number 10, One Battle After Another, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Whoa.
This, for me, is a lesser PTA, but it goes to show that he's so strong that even a lesser work makes my top 10 for the year. I think also, again, like, not a great year for movies. I saw this 3 times because I wanted to be really sure about my feelings for this movie. I just think it is kind of a mess. I think it's kind of a mess. I think and again, obviously I'm in the minority. I'm a huge fan of his. I think the movie has a lot to offer. I think it's strong, which is why it's on my list at all. But his usual, like the character work in this, I think is almost non-existent. I think tonally, it just doesn't quite work. I don't think it works quite. I know it's this amalgamation of things and genres, but I don't think it fully works as any of them. Like people like to say it's an action movie, and it doesn't work as an action movie. It works as this, that. It's as like a Big Lebowski thing or like a Pinchon sort of absurdist comedy. And I'm like, well, he did that better in Inherent Vice. So I like the movie. I think there's great performances in it. Chase Infinity, Tiana Taylor, Leo Benicio, Sean Penn is great. But at what cost? I think I love Paul Thomas Anderson's penchant for absurdism. I think the dips into absurdism in this movie just bring it to a screeching halt. And the last time I saw this, which was at home, it just felt like it went on forever. And I was like, oh, this is almost over, right? And I checked and it was like, still had an hour left. I think it's, again, Paul on a weekday is still stronger than most people, which is why it's on my list at all. But I do think it is near the bottom of my Paul Thomas Anderson list. And I know a lot of people are going to come at me for that one. I'm not responding to, I know we did an episode on our thoughts on that movie. And in that we were very...
We did?
Yeah, for Patreon, a Tangents, remember?
Oh.
It's like when it first came out.
I was like, what?
But I was very much responding to the response of the movie. And now that I've allowed myself to just like see the movie for what it is, and I feel the same way.
You're saying you were nicer?
No, like I still think it's a good movie, but I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think it's a far cry from a masterpiece. I just, that when we first reviewed it, I was very much like, well, the reaction is saying it's one of the greatest movies of the century, or like the greatest, and calm down, people. And this has nothing to do with other people's reaction to it. This is just like me watching it for what it is.
Gotcha.
So number 10, One Battle After Another.
Okay. My number 9 is a tie. This might be...
You and your ties.
Actually, sorry. I'm going to switch her up. I'm going to do a switcheroo. Yeah, this feels right.
Do what your gut feels.
Okay, number 9 is Hamnet for me, which I think I talked about maybe a little bit on the podcast, but I love Jessie Buckley. I love anyone who knows me. Paul Mescal. Like, they are my heroes. I love them both. Beautiful, beautiful performances. I love the ending. This is one of those movies where you go in and you think it's going to be like the greatest movie of all time. And then it like, nothing's the greatest movie of all time. So then, but I do love the ending. And I do, if I had to say one thing, is I wish that more of the movie was about the catharsis through art and just, making art, creating art, love and art, family and art, which is a theme in some other films of the year. But I love the landscapes. I love the old houses. I have a thing against movies now, and I've talked about this before. A movie is harder to please me. Does that make sense?
You're harder to please. A movie.
It's harder for a movie to please me if it's just about one thing. And I think that's what knocked me.
Yeah.
But I still thought that it was, beautiful to look at. And again, the performances and especially the last 15 minutes were so beautiful. So that's Hamnet.
Nice.
Did I think of? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you will not be seeing that on my list.
I also, sorry, I wanted to mention also The Testament of Anne Lee as an honorable mention because I really do, like I've thought about it a lot since I've seen it.
I wanted to see that.
And that's another one when it started, I was like, oh my God, this is the best movie of all time. But then unfortunately didn't enrapture me like I thought it would. But there are moments of like real wonder, I would say, in it. So
nice.
Yeah, it's definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Cool. My number 9. Sorry, Baby. Ava Victor.
Ooh. Yeah.
So this started off and I didn't love it. It felt a little indie precious for my taste.
Even your indie precious.
Oh, it so did. Like, because it starts off with a friend coming to another friend's house. They haven't seen each other in a while and they're reconnecting. And some of the dialogue.
How dare they, Greg?
No, but some of the dialogue just felt like just indie precious.
You know what it is? It's sad Francis Ha. Sorry, Baby.
Yeah. I guess you're right. But as the movie went on, and it kind of changed gears and it deepened and I was just in it. And Ava Victor, who is an actor and she wrote and directed and stars in the movie.
Yes.
I think she wrote it too, right? Incredible.
Yeah.
I really, really liked
new
this
auteur.
movie.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And for this to be your first feature, I mean, I'm excited to see where she goes next. It just felt, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong by saying the sad Francis Ha, because it kind of is that.
It is, right?
Yeah. But beautifully kind of understated movie.
Absolutely.
And just very assured.
Yeah.
So I really liked this. Sorry, Baby, number 9.
Okay, so my number 8 is a tie. And it's between Sinners and No Other Choice. And I'll tell you why. Because both of these movies have a lot of fun. And I think we're missing good fun nowadays. And they're both great movies to see in a theater with a big audience. Although I didn't see No Other Choice. I saw No Other Choice at home. But I love Park Chan-wook. Like, he is so important to me. And the way that he has fun, the way that he uses like old Hollywoody transitions, like it's just, they're just good times. Like, and this one was very detailed. All his movies are like that. Anything that's mentioned is going to pay off. Anything that's ironic is going to happen. Like, and I just love that. Just really entertaining. And Sinners as well. Sinners is just really entertaining, but also really like beautiful moment for our culture, I feel like, and just like American culture. And yeah, the music was incredible. And I just love that. I don't know. It's just like I said, it's a fun but also meaningful cinematic moment for us, I think, in this year. So it definitely, I mean, it was a highlight for me.
Nice.
And I don't like vampires and I don't like horror. And I still thought it was like, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. I think that it's definitely one of the best of the year.
Okay. You didn't think No Other Choice was about 30 minutes too long?
Maybe. I also thought Sinners had a few too many endings.
Yes.
I did think No Other Choice was kind of long as well. But do you get what I mean? Of like they felt like two great, like, okay, these are experiences and these are like encompassing movies. Like they build worlds and they just have you like, I mean, very different worlds.
I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think if Sinners' first half was stronger, it might have been even an honorable mention for me. But unfortunately,
but you don't think I actually think the first half is really strong.
No, and maybe I need to see it again. I only saw it the one time, but I really liked the second half. But
you like gore.
Yeah, but I also like the fusion it brought of this like dance. This time spanning sort of dance vampire, like I'm so on board for that.
Yeah.
But I thought that some of the performances were a little weak, and I thought that the first half of the movie just felt kind of amateurish. That sounds.
But it's
People are
such a
going to come
good
after me
setup,
for this.
But I do think it's a great setup, actually. Like, I really love the beginning. Like, I love that they're, opening a dance hall. And that's what the movie's about. We're going to open a dance hall.
Right. Maybe I need to
for
see
the
it
Black
again.
community. And it's like, where's this going? They're kind of like hustlers. They're kind of like, I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Nice. Do you have many other ties on your list?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That is it.
I had none this year.
Well, I really liked both of those movies, and I really wanted to mention both of them. I also just love, like I said, like the cultural movement of Sinners, and everyone was going to see it and talk about it, and it wasn't a superhero movie, and it was about something that's important, like popcorn, but also relevant. Love that.
Yeah,
that's a way to win me over.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, similar to One Battle After Another, actually. So I'll be talking about that later.
My number 8 is The Secret Agent by Kleber Mendonça Filho.
I really want to see that.
It's really good. It's really strong. Wagner Moura is really good in the central role. It is a proper sort of like nearly 3-hour kind of minor key thriller, like in the way that like Alan Pakula used to give us in the 70s or something, with something like The Parallax View or Klute. And it's not quite as good as those movies, but it has that same sort of feel of like, something that plays out over almost 3 hours, that takes its time, that's intensely character driven, with this fantastic performance in the middle of the movie. So I don't quite think it was like a masterpiece, but I think it was really strong, and it kept my attention throughout and felt rich. And it's a Brazilian, I believe it's a Brazilian movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, just was haven't seen anything else by the director, and thought it was very strong.
Well, it's on my list.
Yeah. Jackie, number 7.
It's Blue Moon by Richard Linklater.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah. It's so niche. Like, it's crazy to me that this movie
so tailored to
was
you.
made. It's really just shocking to me that a movie about Lawrence Hart talking in Sardis for like 2 hours was made. So it had to be on my list. It's, it's one of those classic Linklater, people talking for a long time. And I just love that. But it's also set in the Broadway world in the 40s. And I'm a huge musical theater fan. But it's also about like, he's basically upset that Oklahoma's doing so well. And I mean, I like Oklahoma. Like, I didn't know Oklahoma was kind of frowned upon by like highbrow people. So obviously saw myself in a lot of that, because I feel like you and me both are kind of like, it's kind of hard. Like we're seeing the I guess the destruction of like quality filmmaking. Like we're seeing it in real time. And so like it's a nice reminder that everyone has felt that way about something, even something that you love, that you think is classic Oklahoma. Someone was looking down on it and saying this is the end of everything. And so that's it made me feel a little better.
Nice.
But it also has like E.B. White makes a cameo in it, which is really fun. Margaret Qualley's in it, and she's always great. It's just a good time. It was perfectly tailored to me. I have no complaints.
It almost seems that he made 2 movies last year tailored to
me. The other one was Nouvelle Vague.
Yeah.
Which I also liked. But yeah. Anyway.
It's almost like he tapped into you. He came to you in a dream and he's like, Jackie, what do you want next? I'm like, okay, two ideas.
How did he get to do that though? Like, that's what just shocks me.
They're probably made very cheaply,
I guess. And Ethan Hawke is so good in Blue Moon. He's really, really good. I mean, yeah, it's all set in one location. It's all in this. I don't think it was actually shot at Sardis, but it's all taking place at Sardis, and it's fun.
Yeah, I wanted to see it.
Talky. So.
Guys, it's no use putting it off. The best time for an underwear refresh is now. Tommy John underwear is designed for a perfect fit that stays put all day. There's zero chafe thanks to 4 times more stretch than competing brands. And their innovative horizontal quick draw fly is a game changer. With over 30 million pairs sold, there are thousands of men out there more comfortable than you. Don't settle for less. Go to TommyJohn.com today for 25% off your first order with code COMFORT. That's TommyJohn.com, code COMFORT. Tommy John. Comfort perfected.
What's your number 7?
My number 7, it was just an accident. Jafar Panahi.
Yeah, so good.
It's really good. It's really good. Fantastic movie. I knew going into it. A lot of movies this year, this kind of seems to be the theme, where like very, very tense, sort of like, there's a number of movies on my list, as I'm sure there are on yours, where they're very tense and the stakes are very high and kind of about people losing their humanity, or the sort of like going up to that line, that threshold, and like maybe crossing over, maybe not. This movie has a lot to say. I mean, I thought it was great. I think it was an hour 45, but there was a sense of like, 15, 20 minutes in the movie, you're like, I know how the rest of this movie's going to play out, basically. And then it kind of does.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't feel that.
Outside of maybe the very end, again, without spoiling anything.
Oh, the last scene. The
last scene
shot
is great. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it's a really, really strong piece of work. And is Jafar Panahi, is he in prison now?
No, he's free, but he was in
yeah.
prison. He made this movie in secret.
Yeah.
And also, yeah.
No, very
I'll
critical,
get to this,
very critical. And no, I mean, it's a brave piece of filmmaking.
Yeah.
I feel bad putting it at number 7 even, because I know it's strong, but it's just like, it's a gut feeling, at the end of the day.
That's okay.
The numbers. So yeah, number 7, it was just an accident.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah. My number 6 is Sorry Baby, because I really loved it. And it's like, I don't know. You think how, like you said, you think how like kind of like an indie movie is going to go, but this had so much weight to it.
Yeah.
And it also just like brought back feelings that you get while watching Frances Ha. Like that came back, and it was like, I don't know. I like, did you sense where it was going? Did you sense what like the bad thing was?
No, I didn't.
Well, I saw a trailer. That's the problem.
Oh, I didn't see anything.
The problem nowadays is like in the trailer, it's that scene where she's like, something bad happened to me. And so the whole time I'm like, I kind of saw it coming, which was unfortunate. But still, I mean, I think the way that the subject matter is handled, the way that these characters are drawn and just, full of life. And I love it. Like, that's also a Jackie movie.
Yeah.
It is. So I was very pleased to receive this movie this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it going into it. I thought it was about the story of a woman and her cat. I thought that was
interesting,
because that was like the poster or whatever.
Yeah, I love when she saves the cat. I just miss every time I see a movie like that where it's like about writers or like grad students, like it just like it reminds me of like, I don't know, yeah, like all of those kind of young adult indie movies that I love, or even like Girls, like Lena Dunham's Girls, like it's just it has that vibe, that academic vibe, which I really love. So yeah,
really strong movie,
and I'm excited to see what she gives us next.
Yeah, same. My number 6.
Are you looking at me like that?
It is Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
Really?
Now listen. I was late to the party on this one because it's a Netflix release, and it came out just before Halloween. Here in LA, it was released in 1 or 2 theaters. It was like at the Egyptian, on film, and somewhere else. But it was really hard to get tickets to, and it's all the way across town, and I just didn't go. And then because it wasn't playing at a normal theater, like because you have A-List also. I have the AMC pass, so like I usually go to AMC theaters for like new releases. Didn't play at a single AMC. It got dumped on Netflix because it's a Netflix movie, and then there's something about that process that just cheapens it. Where I'm like, nah, I don't need to see it. It's a fucking Netflix movie, So I didn't see this for a long time. And because people were telling me too, like, it's not very good. And I was like, oh, really? I love Guillermo, even if I don't love every single film he's made. Actually, it's funny because like 2 or 3 years ago, you put Pinocchio on your list when we did this.
Yeah.
I actually did not
Pinocchio.
really like his Pinocchio.
Interesting.
This, though, I liked. So Guillermo has been trying to make this movie for most of his career. Like most of his career, he's been like, I want to adapt Frankenstein. And you can see why, because so many of his themes that he's worked through over the years and returned to again and again are present in Mary Shelley's text. So I will say, first of all, having not read the Mary Shelley novel, I love the story of Frankenstein. Like I've complained on the show before about Dracula, because we get, Nosferatu, Dracula, like we have so many adaptations of that original Bram Stoker novel, and I'm just tired of that story. Whereas I think Frankenstein, I could see endless adaptations of it and still be enthralled, because it's a much richer and more interesting story than something like Dracula. The implications of it are much richer.
Yeah. About like humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I'll say that like, I don't think this is a flawless movie, and I understand, I guess, to an extent why the general consensus is that it's not very strong. But you have to understand, I have a personal bias here, and it's like I love Gothic movies. I love Gothic melodramas. I love Gothic horror. And I especially love when they're mounted on a huge scale where it's like period and they just fully do it. Because we don't get these movies that often. Usually it's like the Robert Eggers version where it's pared down and kind of like this lower budget version. So to get this like extravagant, movie, because I love, I love the Coppola Dracula. I love the Kenneth Branagh Frankenstein, which a lot of people don't like too. I really, really, really ate up every minute of this movie. I really ate it up. You're laughing. I know. I understand. But like, this is so for me. Like while I was watching it, I was just like, yes.
This is your sorry baby.
Yeah.
This is your blue moon.
I will say that Oscar Isaac is wildly miscast in this. I don't think he gives a good performance at all, which is shocking because it's Oscar Isaac. Like he's strong. He was the weak link. Jacob Elordi as the creature is good. Mia Goth is good. Christoph Waltz is fantastic.
Yes.
And just the tonal balance of the movie of like, yeah, I mean, it did it for me. That's all I can say. I know maybe there's too much CG in here. I've heard people complain about that, and I totally see that. CG. But then you also see all these grand, like real sets that he built. And so it's like,
which one?
Oh, so many. Like the big laboratory is all real, and like the castle, the steps, like that grand staircase kind of reminded me of the manor in Crimson Peak or something. So like you can tell that a lot of these sets are real, but then there's a lot of CG sort of like added to it, which I think is a mistake. But those being the weak points, there is a sense of wide-eyed wonder here. I love the way he breaks it up into these two different chapters. The first movie is Frankenstein's story. The second half of the movie is the creature's story. It just worked for me. It felt like this movie is why we love Frankenstein and keep returning to it. And I think this movie kind of brings out all the great things about that story. So in this way, because Guillermo has said that he might be done with this sort of his usual vibe, like his next movie might be like a crime movie or something like that. So you kind of get the sense with this movie that this is his almost final statement on a sort of Gothic melodrama, of it all. But yeah, it just reminded me, at the end of the day, it reminded me of a Hammer movie. I guess it was probably more Hammer than Universal horror. But yeah, I mean, if that role was recast and we had a better Victor Frankenstein, like this movie would be even higher on my list. But I think, yeah, when your predecessors are Colin Clive in like the Universal movies or Peter Cushing in the Hammer movies, I mean, come on, whatever Oscar Isaac's doing here is not flying, but it's almost so bad that I'm reminded of like Keanu Reeves in Dracula. It's like, that's what Molly said while we were watching it. Because we were both like laughing at his performance. It's absurd. Anyway, one other reason I love it so much is because I don't like, we talked about the Robert Eggers Nosferatu and how much I didn't like it because tonally it was just the same note the whole fucking movie. What I love so much about Frankenstein is someone like Guillermo del Toro can play all these different notes. And there are times it's really tense or sad. There's times when it's joyous. There's montages in the movie that are kind of playful. And that's what a movie is. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. You don't get awards for just having one brooding vibe the whole fucking movie.
Yeah,
it's really pissing me off because you see it really in like this sort of independent art house space right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my last tangent, but I like that he's going for something, and even if it doesn't fully work. So yeah, that's my number 6, Frankenstein.
Wow, that was very well said. That was beautifully put.
I feel like that was a tangent, but I had to explain myself.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Thanks. What's your number 5?
It's Surat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Which again, I think I talked about this on the podcast, but when I walked out of it, I was like, I don't know, the way that like the whole audience was just so relieved when it was over.
Yeah.
Like, and not in a bad way. Like it was like, and as I was walking to my car, I was in just like pure confusion and shock, and that doesn't happen very often. And and I think it works so well because the movie starts so structured and starts so like a classic like road movie quest, and then it just goes absolutely bonkers. Like that's why it worked so well, I think. And yeah, I mean, at the heart of it, yeah, it's still this man going through this terrible thing. It's like you think the first thing that happened to him. It's just funny how everything just disappears in the background when, you know, the other big thing happens. I'm trying not to give spoilers here.
Yeah.
And a lot of movies this year I noticed were about fathers. Even Frankenstein, like a lot of them, and fatherhood and kids.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I don't know. I just thought that, and that's so it was that theme. That was the big one I noticed, and also like the world is ending. So this one kind of had like both, which was interesting. But yeah, I think that I think it's one of those great movies where you have to go in completely blind and just let yourself be really, really surprised.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I did go in blind too.
But yeah, I mean, and I'm looking at my list right now. It's a lot of fathers. It's a lot of like kids giving their fathers grace. Like fathers being fathers is what kind of saves them. Which is what I'm noticing in a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
What's your number 5?
Well, before we get into my number 5, just this quick word from our sponsors.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app, and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet, and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
My number 5 is Kelly Reichardt's The Mastermind.
Yeah.
I really liked this. And, you know, Josh O'Connor is fantastic. I didn't really know where this movie was going. It kind of started like something like Bottle Rocket, which I just recently rewatched and really like. But where it's almost like these amateur people trying to pull this heist.
Which I like.
But then
I really like that.
That's just sort of the setup. And then it just becomes very character focused and kind of quiet. And yeah, I just really liked this. It was just, again, the last Kelly Reichardt movie I also had in my top 10 a couple years ago, Showing Up.
I really love that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she's so consistent. She's so strong. And her movies just kind of like... She's already dabbled in so many different genres. But it's like, even when she takes on a genre, like this is technically the heist movie.
Yeah.
But it's a
so
Kelly
different.
Reichardt movie, you know? And it's like, you feel her throughout.
Yeah.
She's done a Western. She's
Meat's
done,
Cut Off,
you know,
so good.
a thriller.
Yeah.
So she's done a period. She's done a period, you know. Anyway, she's great. I love this movie. It's quiet. It's kind of like, it's funny. Like you kind of chuckle throughout, but it's also kind of heartbreaking. and is a period piece. I think it's set in the late 60s or early 70s.
And I love everything about it aesthetically.
Or is it the early 80s?
No, I think it's the early 70s.
I think you're right. But interesting choice. She didn't have to do that, but I think it really adds to it.
I know, because who wants to make a movie set in modern times?
It's true. Modern times are boring. But also I think that like what she does by setting this then, it almost exists in the pantheon of like the great sort of like new Hollywood movies.
Exactly. I feel like that's what it was going for.
These like lost souls and like
kind of wandering.
Yeah. So I really liked it.
Kind of a road movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's kind of like Thing. It's kind of like Wanda.
Yes. You know what? It is.
It is, right?
Yeah, totally.
Which is also set in the same time. So that's probably what she was going for.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. How about you? What's your number 4?
It's one battle after another.
Okay.
I think I'm kind of with you of just like I think people are very starved for good movies nowadays, and I think that this movie's great. And so when people saw it, it instantly like topped everyone's list, not even of the year, of like the decade, the century, their PTA lists. Like it was at the top. And that doesn't do good for a movie. I'm sorry, that doesn't help a movie. In fact, it makes people like you and me go and look at it with this eye. And I know it shouldn't, but we just live in a world of information overload, that it's really exhausting me. Like, it really is. So I wish I could have seen this with really nothing, like no context. But I still really enjoyed it. Like, I think that it gave us the most like kind of iconic moments of the year, like cinematically. I think the moments people will talk about and think about for good reason, because I still think it's a really great movie. I probably like it more than you, but again, I only saw it once.
Right.
I mean, I do like it more than you, obviously.
Yeah.
But, but I love Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, always loved him, always will. Tiana Taylor, I'm a huge fan.
Well, she might get a spinoff now, apparently. That's the word on the street.
That'd be fun.
That Paul will do.
And I love Chase. I thought this movie giving us Chase Infinity is so nice. It gave us that classic thing where like a lot of movies used to have it, where like a newcomer out of nowhere comes and then they go to the Oscars and you see them and you see their first like thing. And I love that. I have such a sweet spot for that. I know that's not a reason to like love a movie, but it all is relevant to me for some reason. Like It really is. But if I'm talking about the actual movie itself, you're right in that it's doing a lot of things, and maybe it should have focused on one thing, and maybe it should have focused on characters a little more. But I thought it was really thrilling, and I thought that it was really funny. Like, really, I think I see it more as a comedy, and maybe that's helping me, because I really do see it as a comedy. And
I think
really
it works best as a comedy.
As this, again, father-daughter kind of thing where she's taking care of him and she's smarter, and I just love that. Like, I really love that. And it's really funny. So I'm putting it at number 4. I'd love to see it again. Only saw it the one time. And of course, in a theater full of people. And I do love the car chase scene. I know you were telling me last time you think that it's overrated, but when it was happening, I was really, really into it. And I was, like I was holding my breath, and it was just,
interesting.
Well, also dying of laughter 1 minute later. Like, that's why I love it, is like we said, it's not one tone. It's a bunch of other things, and does it all pretty well. So yeah.
Did you see it in VistaVision?
No, I just saw it I think I saw IMAX.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. My number 4 is Surratt.
Nice.
Oliver Lex? Probably butchering the last name.
What is the names? Did we ever learn what that name means?
Yes.
Is that where they are?
No, so there's a title card at the beginning of the movie that has the definition of Surratt. And it says the path between paradise and hell. It's the ribbon thin bridge that joins them.
Why don't I remember that?
Yeah, it's like the first thing that pops up in the movie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So this would even probably be higher on my list if my top 3 I didn't love so much. And this is probably a better movie than at least my number 3. But again, you have to go with your heart, right? You get it with your heart and your gut. But this is fantastic. This is fantastic. I mean, this was why you go to the movies. Again, sort of illustrative of how this year was full of just very gritty, bleak movies.
Super gritty, super bleak.
What I was thinking in my head while I was watching this, though, again, not knowing much about it, is that it felt like a combination of Sorcerer or Wages of Fear. It felt like Climax. And then it felt like the Paul Schrader film Hardcore. So it's almost like if you took those three movies and put them in a blender, you'd get something like Surratt. I liked it a lot. I can't believe the main guy is the general from Pan's Labyrinth. He looks so much different. Honestly, too, just made me feel old because like I remember seeing Pan's Labyrinth when I worked at the movie theater, and he looked young and stuff, and now he looks older, which is great. He's aging. Beautiful. That's the beautiful thing about life is you age gracefully and you live your life and you go gray and whatever. But I was like, that's the guy.
I didn't even know until you told me.
It's wild. But no, this is a fantastic movie. Lived in, tactile, full of tension that just comes about naturally, bleak, full of despair. Again, a movie like It Was Just an Accident, very critical of the time and place and of its government. And although this kind of imagines this imagines a fictional like World War III breaking out, basically. But again, we're one step away from that happening. This was fantastic. Like really, really top tier filmmaking.
Yeah.
So yeah, my number 4, Surratt.
Yeah. That's a good choice.
Thanks.
My number 3. Wait, are we on number 3? Yeah, we are.
Your number 3, yeah.
It was just an accident.
Nice.
Because this was the first movie last year that really blew me away. Like really. Like I saw it and I was like, whoa. Like it really did. I think the storytelling is so impressive in a way that like it just reminds me of a classic movie. Like it reminds me of almost like an 80s-y, 70s-y.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, like just that type of like classic restraint, something you get in Kiarostami films, like kind of restrained.
Yeah.
Obviously, because of the circumstances it was made under, it was made completely in secret. And as we said, Jafar Panahi was imprisoned for many years. And I think just like, it's sadly like super relevant, obviously, to what Iran is going through right now. And it's a good way to I think it's a good way to almost introduce people to like what the regime was like. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's a million movies that you could see, but the fact that this was made so recently and now this is happening and it's just...
Yeah.
And it's also another one where like I really didn't see where it was going. Like I really, really didn't. And I didn't see any trailer. And that's definitely the way to do it. And then when he starts digging in, I'm like, Jesus. Like, I'm like, whoa. But then they have such humanity. The whole group that he bands together. And it's like, first we're going to this guy. Then we're going to this guy. And I love that type of movie where it's like, first I have to go to this person to get a clue. Then I need to go somewhere else. We should pick this person up. What do they think?
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I really loved it. Especially the last scene. My God. Talk about sound design. I feel like not enough people are talking about that last scene because the whole theater was holding its breath. Like it was beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful theater going moment for me this year, which was kind of rare. But yeah, extremely important, extremely beautiful in its humanity. And I loved it.
Nice. Yeah, well said. I wish I had seen it in a theater.
It was great. And I took my little cousin who really didn't know, and he's never seen an Iranian movie. And I took him and he loved it.
Oh, great.
He loved it. He went and told his professor about it the next day because he's a poli-sci major.
Oh.
Yeah. He really loved it. And it was so cute. And I sent everyone. I sent my brother's girlfriend's parents who are Iranian, like they're from Iran. And I sent them, I was like, guys, like this one at Cannes, like you have to go see it. And then I never heard from them. So I texted, I was like, did you like the movie? Her mom, she's so cute. She's like, yeah, I really liked it. But like, it was very, like, she's like, I didn't know it was going to be that dark. Like, she's like, I didn't know it was going to be sad. I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, of course they have like their own traumas, of course. But like, yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Yeah, just great experience.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
Nice. My number 3. This is a movie I saw. I think it came out late spring or early summer last year, maybe early summer. But again, I don't know. It's just, I love it. I love it. It's Weapons, Zach Kreger.
Oh.
Now, I know you just saw this last night, and I know you were let down by it.
Well, listen, I don't like horror movies. So it's like me going to eat, if I hate shrimp and I'm going to eat a bucket full of shrimp, it makes no sense.
No, but you like some horror movies a lot.
Yeah, but this was not one of them.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Because it was a horror movie. I like horror movies that aren't actually horror movies. And this was an actual horror movie. Sorry.
No, yeah, it is. So Zach Kreger, this is his follow-up to Barbarian, which I liked enough. I thought it felt pretty fresh. And again, he comes from comedy. He comes from the comedy world, and I think the way that he imbues his stuff with this sense of humor without it feeling obnoxious, because sometimes quote-unquote horror comedies have this just like forced vibe. His stuff is just like imbued in it naturally, which I think is really well done. But yeah, I was not expecting to like this as much as I did. I've seen it a couple times now. I thought even on the second time I wouldn't like it as much because so much hinges on the mystery of what's happening. Without giving anything away, obviously you find out what's happening very plainly, like this is what's happening.
Yeah.
But I actually think the explanation in all of its sort of absurd glory lives up to the mystery of that first half of like what's happening. I think this movie...
But there isn't that much, which I kind of like about it. There really isn't that much explanation.
I mean, a lot of it is without... I'm trying to tread lightly here. I know what you're saying. Like things aren't...
It's not spelled out for you.
Right, it's not spelled out. But you know
they're
what...
doing.
Right. That's true. And I guess...
Which is good. I like that.
Apparently he's going to make a spin-off now that covers some more of that stuff, which kind of seems like a mistake. But I just really, I love it. I love it. The second it started with the great George Harrison song, Beware of Darkness, it already had me. But
see, what's interesting is that when they're running out of the house and that song is playing, I'm like, okay, yeah, not scary. Like, it's not even trying to be scary.
No.
So I was very confused. And then it's just jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, jump scare. And I'm like, oh my God, like I can't.
See, I wouldn't even classify it as horror necessarily.
What? See, this is crazy to me.
I would say it's like a supernatural mystery or something.
There's a lot of jump scares.
So this,
a lot.
I guess there are, but like, I know some people are very anti-jump scare. I'm all for them if they're fun, and you can't overdo them. I don't think this movie overdoes it, but maybe you thought differently. Because I know this is your number one of the year, so we'll get to your thoughts in a second. I just think watching this movie felt like reading a great Stephen King book in the sense that...
Sure, I can see that.
You get this portrait of a community. The movie structured like a book where it's like each character has their own chapter of the movie.
Yeah. And
you're watching the same couple days unfold from different characters' points of view. And each time you get a new character, you get a new reveal. You get new insight into like a new wrinkle that's happened or some other detail. And I think it's an old trick. I know you were saying nothing about it really felt fresh, and I agree. Like this kind of movie has been done before, but I think to be done this confidently and entertaining, and it just all worked. It just really, really worked for me. This movie is so much fun. Yeah. It's so fun, but it also has other things on its mind, like school shootings and stuff. And I'm not saying it's this like hard, it's not like Gus Van Sant's Elephant or anything where it's like taking this hard look, but it does have all these things on its mind. And I think the cast is strong, like really strong, and it's funny. And I do hope that Amy Madigan, I know she's nominated for Best Supporting Actress for this, which I kind of hope she wins because I thought she was fantastic as a certain character that's revealed in the latter half of the movie. But I just really, really dug this. Again, like I know it's not like a masterpiece, But I came out of the theater and people were doing the run with the arms spread out in the parking lot. And it's like, it's rare that you kind of see a movie just instantly touch on some sort of cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah.
But it did. And I feel like it kind of feels like a modern classic already for a genre movie. Again, is it as good as Surratt? No, probably not. I think Surratt's probably the better movie here. But I just love Weapons. I love it. I've thought about it all year. Every time I talk about it, I get all excited. So anyway, number 3, Weapons.
Okay. Wow. What's your number 2? I'm confused.
Well, we're on your number 2 right now, Jackie.
Yes. Which is Marty Supreme.
All right.
Which I love. I love everything about this movie. I love the ending so much. Talk about strong last scenes. All my top 3 all have really strong like last scenes, which I love. But I also love the beginning. I love the beginning with the sperm. I love it. And when it happened, and I was like, oh my god, hell yes! Like what's there not to love? Like I think the production design is absolutely incredible. I love New York. I love seeing the Lower East Side. Like I love it. It's funny. It's dark. Like I said, it's some like kind of movies I like nowadays. Bunch of different tones. Funny, dark, nerve-wracking. Has that like anxiety there, but that's not the whole movie. You know what I mean? I love the guy. I love the bit with the guy in Auschwitz and the honey. Like I even love that. Like that was just a gorgeous. Like I cried for like 1 second, and I'm like, Jesus. And now
I totally forgot about that. I was like, what are you talking about?
We're back in the restaurant, and I'm like, holy shit. Like I was just like,
that's right,
overwhelmed for 1 second, and then we're back in.
Yeah.
And it's about success, and it's about dreams. And I love Timmy in it. I love everyone in it. I love how dynamic all of these characters are. They're all like, no one in this movie is just one thing. Like even Gwyneth Paltrow, when she keeps turning him down and you think, okay, she's got to turn him down again, she still feels bad for him. She still tries to help him. Like, it's like, I just love it. Yeah. And I miss movies about dreams. Like, I really miss movies about dreams because nowadays they're all biopics. And while this is inspired by a real person, it's not a straight biopic.
No.
But nowadays, if you have a movie about a dream, I want to be a singer. Like, it's always, it has to be about someone famous.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Mm. It's not like, yeah, like Inside Llewyn Davis is one of my favorite movies of all time. Kind of inspired by a real person, but not a straight biopic. Like that's, I think, the sweet spot.
Yeah.
So I love that. Yeah, I love the movie. It's fantastic. I like it more than Uncut Gems. I do. Yeah. I see myself watching it more. Like, anyway.
Yeah. But I like it. Number 2. I don't know what your number 1's going to be. My number 2 is Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later.
Oh.
Now listen, this movie was well received, so I'm not saying anything too crazy, but I love Danny Boyle. I think he's one of the most exciting filmmakers to come out of the sort of indie boom of the 90s. Trainspotting, 28 Days Later, like he's so incredible. His energy, I think as far as like energetic, effervescent sort of filmmakers go with this sort of pop sensibility, he's one of the best. And I do think for the last 10 or so years, he's been doing other things, right? He did the Steve Jobs movie, which I liked. But the Aaron Sorkin, Danny Boyle combo didn't really. It's a good movie.
I actually really like that movie.
No, I do too. But like I was missing, and he's allowed to evolve as a filmmaker, right? Danny Boyle's totally allowed to do whatever he wants to do. But then he did that Richard Curtis Yesterday movie about the Beatles.
That was him?
That was Danny Boyle. So he just kind of, I was missing the adrenaline to the heart Danny Boyle movies. Like, 'cause I think the last real one we got, I mean, there was Slumdog Millionaire, there was 127 Hours, which actually I liked a lot. But maybe that was the last one. I don't know. So, this was a real return to form for Danny Boyle. Like, okay, so 28 Days Later is a modern classic. I think probably the movie that invented the running zombie, for whatever that means. But so much beyond that. That's what it gets credit for, and also kind of launching the career of Cillian Murphy, Naomi Harris. I mean, that first movie has an incredible cast. Like Brendan Gleeson is in it. Anyway, first movie's great for so many reasons. It's got this great early digital look to it. It's a fantastic movie. They make another one 28 weeks later that Danny Boyle, as far as I know, is not involved with. It's not good. It's not good. I think I liked it when it came out. Going back now, it's not a good movie. Does not understand what made the first movie great. Doesn't have anything on its mind. Not a good movie. So years go by, and this is at this point considered like a legacy sequel, which I don't really like. I think you can just leave these things alone and come up with new ideas. But so here Danny Boyle comes along with Alex Garland, who wrote the first 28 Days Later. They come along and they find a way to give it this whole new thing. And not only does it breathe life into this, I guess, franchise, because this is the third movie, but also breathe life into Danny Boyle's career. And like the fact that this movie, I don't like Aaron Taylor Johnson. I think he does a great job in this movie. The kid, I'm totally forget the kid's name. It's one of his first movies. He's really good in it. And then Jodie Comer too, who plays the mom. And it becomes this beautiful kind of like family story. It's a father-mother movie. And a father-son and a mother-son movie. And then you have Ray Fiennes in here, like being
King.
Yeah, he's fantastic. So, I mean, look, it's again, is it as good as Surratt? Probably not. But like
Surratt, probably not.
I loved this. I saw it multiple times. It somehow, like Weapons, actually has this sort of like fairy tale quality to it, because what he did was, I think which is why some people didn't like it. But it has this fairy tale, almost medieval, like castle and moat thing going on. And it's a coming of age story of this boy going out into the world for the first time. And it happens to be a genre movie. It happens to be a zombie movie, but it's all done from this very personal space. I think you would like it, but if you thought Weapons was scary, you might think this is scarier. I don't know. But yeah, no.
But I don't like possessed. Like zombies are not as scary to me as what this witch is doing to people.
Okay, well, you should see it. I think you should see it. Although it's kind of meant to stand alone, but if you've seen 28 Days Later, I think it's even richer. But and then there was a follow-up that came out last month or the month before called The Bone Temple, which I liked. A lot of people online, I saw the consensus was they liked that more than 28 Years Later. I think 28 Years is the clear winner for me, just because Danny Boyle's style is so in your face and aggressive and just fantastic. So I loved 28 Years Later.
We have really different lists.
We do.
No, like this, but this is the first year it's like this.
I think so too.
It's so interesting. I wonder why.
I don't know. I honestly, this year, I kind of just veered towards entertainment,
Which is fine.
I mean, it's always, whenever we do these lists, it's a gut thing. And it's like, what moved me the most? What made me the most excited? And this year, it really happened like a lot of genre movies.
Yeah.
But just before we get to our number one spot, just this quick word from our sponsors.
Guys, it's no use putting it off. The best time for an underwear refresh is now. Tommy John underwear is designed for a perfect fit that stays put all day. There's zero chafe thanks to 4 times more stretch than competing brands. And their innovative horizontal quick draw fly is a game changer. With over 30 million pairs sold, there are thousands of men out there more comfortable than you. Don't settle for less. Go to TommyJohn.com today for 25% off your first order with code COMFORT. That's TommyJohn.com, code COMFORT. Tommy John. Comfort perfected.
Okay, Jackie. I don't know that I know what your number one is.
Yeah, you do. You just forgot about it.
Was it on my list?
No.
Wait,
I know what yours is. What am I talking about?
Well, let's hear
I know
yours.
what yours is. Okay. Sentimental Value.
Oh.
A little movie called Sentimental Value. Greg?
That should have been on my honorable mentions.
Come on.
Yeah, honorable
How
mentions.
dare you? I'm kidding. Joachim Trier. It's a Bergman movie, and I love Bergman. But this is the interesting thing. It's a Bergman movie, but it's not trying to imitate him, even though it has that persona shot. Doesn't it wasn't too much for me. It wasn't cosplay for me. And it is very modern, even though it is pretty much just a Bergman movie. Like, I love it. I love every conversation that happens in this movie. I love the way the family members are kind of like, you know, withholding their feelings and then letting them go. Like, there's so much transcendence in this. Like, it's like the house when it opens and the narration and the soundtrack and oh my God, like all the performances. I love everyone in this movie. I love the Rachel Camp character. I love Elle Fanning in this. It's about so many things. It's about movies, it's about art, it's about generational trauma and family dynamics and mental health and daddy issues and mommy issues. And it's just this beautiful, it felt like an epic family drama to me. And I just love that. I love it. It's gorgeous. I'll watch it 100 times.
Wow.
I really, really loved it. Like I was so moved by this. Nothing came close to moving me as much as this, except maybe the last shot of Marty Supreme, strangely enough. And the last shot of it was just an accident, actually. But what I felt in those movies, I felt throughout this movie, like the whole time. And at the end, oh my God, I was just stuck in my seat. I watched all the credits roll up. Like I love it so much.
Nice.
What a masterclass on acting, writing, I think, directing, everything. It's a perfect movie for me.
That's great.
This movie was made for me.
Yeah.
This and Blue Moon. Sometimes I'll just, put on that song. What's that song, which I already loved before the movie? Canic Chase by, how do you pronounce this person's name? Labi
Cifre? I love Labi Cifre.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
The song, beautiful choice. Beautiful song.
He's kind of having a moment.
He's having a revival because of this, I think.
Well, Alexander Payne put one or two of his songs in The Holdovers too.
Yes.
And he's like 80. He just came out
he's
with
alive, yeah.
He like has a new album coming out and it's his first in like years.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love him.
Sometimes, it's just, I don't know. It just did it. It did it.
Yeah. I liked it. I had some issues with it, but I liked it.
I love Stellan Skarsgård. I love Renate Rines. How do we say her last name?
Your guess is
They're
as good
both,
as mine.
I mean, it's so good. And then the reunion of the guy that was in Worst Person in the World.
Oh, that's right.
Who I also love.
So you liked it more than Worst Person in the World?
I love both a lot. I only saw Sentimental Value once. It's one of those movies where I loved it so much and had such a great experience that I'm kind of nervous to watch it again.
See, that's interesting to say about your number one pick.
I want to, and I definitely will, but I can't tell you if I like it more than Worst Person in the World, because I've seen Worst Person in the World like 4 times, which I know will happen with this movie.
Yeah.
And it's getting a Criterion release.
That's right. Straight to Criterion.
So yeah, that's it for me.
Cool.
If you want to know, and it's just such a good example of like, I don't know. We talk a lot about how like movies aren't good anymore, and it's like, no, they are.
They can be.
They can be really, really, really good. So,
and I think as we had a discussion a week or two ago as we were preparing for this episode, and there was a point, I think maybe we both felt, but I certainly felt where like, I don't know that I could fill up 10 movies on a list that I even really liked this year. We did, because we crammed.
You think about that, and then I went back in my letterbox and I started just writing out the ones that I think should be on it. And I was like, oh, okay, like
I will say that most years when we do this list, I write them out and I have 15 to 20 movies and I have to really cut them down and it kind of hurts to remove some. This year, I did not feel that at all. Like I was like, oh, it hurts to take that off the list.
Well, I know what your number one is.
My number one, Marty Supreme, Josh Safdie. This was the only movie this year to really, really give me that feeling of, oh, I'm seeing something that's incredible. There's a lot I liked this year. Obviously, these 10 I mentioned, I liked all of them to varying degrees. Certainly my top 4 or so I loved. Mm-hmm. This one was the only one where I was like breathless, and also I didn't know where it was taking me. I think really And this comes down to the Safdies are so kind of divisive now. I mean, people love them. They're a critical darling. But I know a lot of people who are just like, I can't do the Safdie anxiety thing because it just kind of tears you apart. Like they can recognize they're good movies.
Yeah, but that's what I liked about it because I feel like it wasn't like that the whole time.
Well, and I think what this movie has going for it, and I think what you said too, I think this is my favorite Safdie. I think I like it more than... it's close. I loved Good Time. I loved Uncut Gems. I love Daddy Longlegs.
I do too.
But I think this movie has this screwball edge to it.
Yeah.
Where it's almost, it's set in the 40s.
That's
40s,
why.
early 50s.
There's something about period pieces where people are cussing that I really like.
Yeah, but it has this, it's the funniest Safdie movie.
So funny.
And I think it has this screwball edge where you can imagine a Cary Grant in this movie or something.
Yes.
And I think, or a Katharine Hepburn. And it's like that kind of movie through the eyes of Josh Safdie. And I think there's so many layers here that it's just beautiful. Like, I mean, the movie constantly, like you were just mentioning, you were talking about, what were you just saying?
About sentimental value?
No, where you were laughing and then the next minute, you were talking about One Battle. Where you're like, oh, 1 minute I was laughing, it was really funny, and then it shifted gears. For me, that was Marty Supreme this
also,
year.
for me, Marty Supreme, like I said, the whole,
It's just like, it's just kind of a miracle. Like, everything about it works. It has this 80s soundtrack, but it's set in the late 40s, early 50s, but then there's even some period music in it. I just think it's the Daniel Lopatin score with Wise Blood. Wise Blood is on this score. The cast is incredible. This is like what you think of. I think a lot of filmmakers try to get a cast like this. So to start at the top, Timothy, I think we both are. I think you're a bigger fan of his than I am. I like him. I like him a lot, but I've gotten bored with him over the years. Like when he came on the scene with Call Me By Your Name, I was like, oh my God, who is this? And then over the years, I've just kind of like, he's making boring choices. He's in Wonka. He's in Dune. I like Dune, but like the role, but the role is thankless. It's just the white savior role. You know, it's the chosen one. Like it's boring. And I feel like and then Bob Dylan, he plays Bob Dylan. And I'm just like, I don't care about the choices he's making. Like and I just didn't think he was interesting anymore. And this movie brought him back for me in a big way of like, this is the next step of Timothée Chalamet. It's like playing an aggressively unlikable character with this sort of manic energy and this sort of the desperate nature that so many Safdie characters have, where you're just like a thread of a person that's hanging on, you know? It's incredible. I think he's incredible in it. The whole cast, obviously, Gwyneth Paltrow has come out of a sort of long retirement for this.
I know, and I was so happy to see her. And all their sines are so funny.
They're so good.
Yeah, I love it.
And too, just like Tyler the Creator is in
so
here,
good.
and God, I'm blanking on her name, but it's
Odessa.
Odessa, who's Pamela Adlon's daughter.
Yeah.
Which I did not know. And then like Abel Ferrara is in here, and like a lot of just like non-actors. I mean, Abel Ferrara has been in stuff here and there, but like the cast is so Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
Is in this movie. And it like all shouldn't work, but it does.
It just like tickles you. Like this movie is just like, yeah.
And it has, even though it's this sort of fantasy and this hybrid of genres and stuff, like it still has this very lived-in quality. It has a very lived-in New York quality to it. And it's just fantastic. The bathtub. The way that this movie shifts from truly horrifying scenes to like light and funny scenes, and the escalation of that. And it is this odyssey. And I get that it's not for everyone because people don't like stressful things or whatever.
And they also don't like a main character who's unlikable.
I saw a lot of moralizing online about, again, without giving it away, his character and the end of this movie, and people questioning, well, does the movie let him off the hook? Does it give him a happy ending? And it's like, it's not the filmmaker's job to give its bad characters a comeuppance. I think that's moralizing. That's boring.
Yeah.
You can have that, but it's like, often that's not that's not how life happens.
Yeah.
He's not a terrible person, but he makes, like a lot of Safdie characters, he makes a lot of terrible decisions, one after the other.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, for a lot of audience members, it's too much. Where they're like, I can't get behind this character. He's a piece of shit. I think it makes him interesting.
I do too.
So yeah, my favorite film from 2025, Marty Supreme.
Choice. So we were close on our number ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except my number one wasn't even on your list.
Yeah.
I guess your number 3.
My number 2, 3, 5, 6, 8 were not on your list.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, yeah, I think this is the year that we had the most like variety between the two of us. Yeah.
That is interesting.
What can I say?
What can I say? It's very telling about who we are, I feel like.
Yes. You're never gonna let me hear the end of it that I put Frankenstein on my list. And then I put it above, it was just an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, One Battle.
Yeah.
I feel like as soon as we stop rolling, you'd be like, Greg, what are you doing?
What are we doing next week?
Next week, we are coming back with another Ghibli film that's on the list. So we have My Neighbor Totoro.
Cool.
So we did Spirited Away recently. Now we're doing Totoro. So yeah, let us know in the comments. What were your favorite films of the year?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm ready for the hate. I know I'm going to get hate. That's okay.
For what?
For the way I ranked some movies. One Battle at the bottom, putting Frankenstein on there.
Wait, Frankenstein is above One Battle?
Yeah. I got more enjoyment from it.
I mean, that's all that matters.
What can I say?
That's all that matters.
It tickled
Don't let
me more.
anyone judge you.
Yeah. Okay, so Jackie, let's just count down as a final summation.
1 to 10?
No, 10 to 1.
Okay.
Your favorites.
Number 10, The Materialists. Number 9, Hamnet. Number 8, Sinners, tied with No Other Choice. Number 7, Blue Moon. Number 6, Sorry Baby. Number 5, Surat. Number 4, One Battle After Another. Number 3, It Was Just an Accident. Number 2, Marty Supreme. Number 1, Sentimental Value.
Beautiful. Number 10, One Battle After Another. Number 9, Sorry Baby. Number 8, The Secret Agent. Number 7, It Was Just an Accident. Number 6, Frankenstein. Number 5, The Mastermind. Number 4, Surat. Number 3, Weapons. Number 2, 28 Years Later. And number 1, Marty Supreme.
I love that Sorry Baby was on both of our lists. That was unexpected.
Sorry Baby, Marty Supreme, Surat. It Was Just an Accident. Those
That's
were
our crossover?
Those are crossover, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, come back next week for My Neighbor Totoro. Till next time, I'm Greg.
I'm Jackie.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Seen and Heard is an official podcast of the Arroyo Film Club. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to drop us a line, you can find us on email at hello@seenandheardpod.com or on Instagram at seenandheardpod.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Air France Business Cabin. Here, every detail matters in elevating your journey. From priority access to your arrival, to menus created by Michelin star chefs, high-speed Wi-Fi powered by Starlink, or mattress topper designed by a leading luxury hotel. Thoughtful touches, in the air and on the ground, all crafted with your well-being in mind. Air France Business Cabin, the art of travel elevated. Elegance is a journey. Air France. See conditions at airfrance.us.